Ooh. Bam! Check that out. How's it going, guys? Token vaping. And yes, as you can tell, today's juice review is going to be on a flavor from Big Jugs. Now, Big Jugs is the name of the line. It is from a company called Art of Eliquids, which you can go to their main website. It is AOE liquids, artofliquids.com. Just literally artofliquids.com. And if you, it shows it right here on their bottle. And they do have other flavors to that line, or to the company. And if you go to there and check their, on their banner, if you check their e-liquid site, you'll see them pop up and you will recognize some of them. There's one or two that, you know, I don't see very often, but there's a few on there that, you know, I recognize instantly. And they're ones that, you know, that I have been wanting to try as well. Didn't realize it was connected to this company as well. So that's kind of cool in its sense. Put a lot of effort into these flavors. Put a lot of time and quality control, things like that. They test these, you know, on a ton of time to make sure that these are as high quality and top shelf as possible. What's also cool about it is if you go to the website, they also have a certification tab on their banner that actually they upload their certifications to show how legit they are. Not that other companies are not, but they do put their certifications on there, which is, you know, just an extra little step that just trying to show, you know, the level of where they sit at. But this is the flavor. It is caramel milk. Now, this is a 3-flavor line. I did a previous video on the almond milk. This is the caramel milk. It is safety sealed, so it is a first vape, first review. This is a 60 ml size bottle. They are offered in 60 and 120s, and they are offered in a 0, 3, and 6 nicotine. This is a 3 here, and it is a 70-30 mix, so you know that it's going to have good solid clouds with an even amount of flavor. Now, being Big Jugs, with a milk line, you know, it's caramel, almond, and hazelnut, but with the milk extra, I apologize, I don't know why I'm having such a problem with that. With the milk undertone and the smoothness and creaminess to that, it's gonna have, you know, the clouds are gonna be pretty solid, and especially if you've seen my other video. There is their ingredient warning labeling as well, and then their Instagram and their website link here as well. So it is a first vape, first review. As I stated, there is the safety seal, which will be going on a fresh wick, as you know, as I try to keep it that way for you guys. And as always, the cotton that I use is Texas Tough Cotton. It just works really well for me. I like the durability of it, especially if you stay on a single flavor. Plus, it doesn't have a very long break-in time, especially on more denser, heavier style flavors. Hopefully with something like this, you go straight into flavor basically. Some of the lighter flavors, you know, it's taking a couple of puffs, but not many, and it works really well. But I'll put the link in the comment box for the cotton if you are interested. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this open. Yep, and you instantly get hit with caramel, but it actually smells like I would say more truer caramel, and not like a caramel hard candy. This is more like the actual, like the softer, chewier caramel, like the little caramel squares. It actually has the sweet aroma of it. So it definitely has a more truer caramel smell than it would be as far as like the sugar-based candy. Well, okay, that was kind of stupid to say. I apologize. Like the hard candy caramels have a much different smell to them, in my opinion, than if you're going like the actual caramel, the chewier caramel squares. This tastes more like the squares, so it has a more real caramel smell to it, I guess. And since I'm not much of a candy person, I'm hoping this isn't going to be like straight sugar tasting. Like I just took a whole handful of them and shoved them in my mouth. I'm hoping the milk part of this does take a hold like it did with the almond milk. Okay, so did a couple pre-burns. will just make sure that I'm not going to get hit with go ahead and cap this up. And as always, I am at 75 watts, and this is caramel milk from Big Jugs. So as you can see, like I said, even though it is a 70-30, because it has the milky undertone to it, I guess it would help if I took the cap off. Because it does have the milky undertone to it, the clouds are pretty dense. Flavor so far is pretty solid. I'm just doing a couple more drops just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Like I said, there isn't a lot of break-in time with this cotton, so I don't think there's going to be, but I always like to make sure. Okay, so what I do like is that there is no throat hit. At a 70-30, you know, with the milk undertone and the smoothness to this, and the caramel on top of that, very smooth to the throat. No throat hit, no scratchiness, no nothing. I'm always a big fan of that. Flavor-wise, it's literally what you expect it to be. It is caramel with a milk undertone. Now, the caramel taste is very strong, but not, I do not feel like I just ate like 2 or 3 of the squares stuck in my mouth and they're stuck like on my teeth and things like that. It is a very, and this is going to be, you know, because it is more like, as they depict in the picture, you know, it is more like the smoother caramel, the square part, but on top of that, having the milk undertone aspect for that as well. It is very smooth, it is very creamy, so it basically is more like after you've had the square and you've let it sit in your mouth a little bit, and then as it melts down and you get the full flavor of the melted caramel with the milk as it just washes over your tongue. Combined wise, it's actually really enjoyable. Now, like I said, I'm not a candy fan, I'm not a big sugar person, but this is definitely something, if I ever get an urge, like a sweet tooth urge, or I just want something sweet, this will definitely fill that spot, because it is not, for me at least, it is not overpowering to my palate. Now, everybody's taste and preferences and vaping styles are all completely different. Some people that are big candy fans, this may not be strong enough. For some people who aren't candy fans, this still may be a little more than what they prefer. I'm kind of, you know, I'd lean towards the non-candy person, but this has a very smooth enjoyability to it that I actually could see myself vaping on. Now, it may not be my all-day vape choice, just because after a while it might be a little bit more than what I am used to, but it is a very enjoyable candy flavor. The milk, I think, is what helps it a lot for me. So, but you know, it all comes down to personal preference, so definitely check them out. But regardless, either way, it is a rock solid flavor. You definitely taste what you're supposed to, and the milk definitely does help out with the smoothness of that even further. And I like that the caramel kind of has an aftertaste stick to it. So after you exhale, you still have a little bit of caramel taste in your mouth. But definitely check them out. It's artofeliquids.com. They are on Instagram and Facebook, and you can email them directly as well. Definitely check out the website. Check out the other flavors available on there as well. Art of Eliquids, Big Jugs, thank you so very much for this opportunity. It is always an honor and a privilege to be able to do reviews for anybody that is out there that's helping the vaping community and providing, you know, solid flavors like this. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I myself can do to help further enhance your vaping experience to make it more enjoyable, that's the only reason why I'm doing this. So definitely reach out to me if there's any questions, comments, concerns that you have. If there's a particular video that you're looking for or you would like to see, definitely let me know. I'll do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, no matter what, always truly remember, honestly, just love yourself. Vape on, vape strong, and have a good one, guys.